Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People, having 2 days in a row courtesy of the Carolina Panthers. Some practice highlights. Hit that like button, subscribe, help us get to 15,000 subscribers. Jaycee Horn here getting in some work, so enjoy those highlights there. But we had some contributions to our Go. Sorry, I got muted there. We got another contribution towards our GoFundMe the other day. I think we're going to make it. It's looking close. Please consider, if you're able to, help us get to that goal. Tomorrow is my birthday, and so nothing would be finer than to be in Carolina with some new streaming equipment. You guys can laugh at that as we enjoy some more highlights from today's practice. Thursday, December the 12th. Guys putting in work. Jalen Coker putting in some work. So, yeah, if you enjoyed that, please feel free to like, subscribe, tell a friend. Sunday, we got a live show that we always do, 11 a.m. live from Bank of America Stadium. Have a special guest for that, so please subscribe and turn on your bell notifications if you have not. And if you did not like the singing, I'm sorry, I just got a little happy. Getting in the Christmas spirit, the birthday is tomorrow. But let's go ahead and do what we do, right? We are here to get you up to date with the latest transactions, news from this Carolina Panthers team. I am one of the few media members in the state of North Carolina that was not in Chapel Hill today to talk to Bill Belichick. But let's go ahead and go through the transaction. So we actually had one more transaction that took place yesterday, late in the evening. After I had done my broadcast, I didn't create the screen graphic for it. But we brought back defensive tackle Deshaun Williams to the practice squad. Again, we brought back defensive tackle Deshaun Williams to the practice squad. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the latest. I see some questions coming about Coker, etc. Here we go. I'm going to answer your questions with the latest injury report, which I had not put on the screen yet. So let me see if I can filibuster, even though I don't think that's the right word. Let me see if I can talk my way through it until I find this graphic that I'm not seeing. All right, no worries, no worries. You guys know I know how to roll with the punches, AKA make stuff happen really quick that I was not prepared for, that I thought I had prepared. So probably in about 20 seconds here, I will then have this graphic on the screen so that you guys can follow along. And we answer the question about Jalen Coker, Raheem Blackshear, Trevin Wallace, anybody that you want to. Look how your boy did that. He just talked himself so smoothly through that till he got it on the screen, right? Give me another like for that. Nevertheless, here's the latest injury report. You got Raheem Blackshear, who was limited in practice today with that chest injury. So that's an improvement for Raheem. He did not practice yesterday, limited today. We got Trevin Wallace, who this is now concerning. This is going to be Trevin's second day being on the DNP, did not practice list. So on the Thursday, it starts to look kind of grim. So we'll see and continue to monitor that for you with our final injury report on Friday. We have Sean Robinson not listed, so he improved. So let me just stick to the guys that are on this list. I'm sorry. Josey Jewell dealing with the hamstring, still the same, limited in practice. Jaycee Horn, which you saw a lot of footage from their practice. He was limited in practice today. DJ Wonnum, limited in practice today, dealing with a knee injury. Lonnie Johnson still dealing with a neck. He was limited in practice today. So guys that are not on this list, I'm sorry, and one more, Taylor Moton, who got his rest day. So guys that are not on this list that was asked about, Jalen Coker, Nick Scott, Caleb Farley, those guys are still full participants in practice and look really good to go for this Sunday versus the Dallas Cowboys. The return of Jonathan Mingo. In case you didn't know, or in case you forgot, Jonathan Mingo was traded to the Dallas Cowboys, who will be in Charlotte this weekend taking on the Carolina Panthers. Let's go ahead and get you up to date also on the Thursday. We get to talk to our offensive coordinators and our defensive coordinators. And Mr. Ijero, hopefully I said that name correctly. He's been trending just like one Bryce Young. His defense has been trending in the right direction lately. So much so, let me share this stat with you. I have several screens that I'm looking at, so I'm about to look at this one. Over the last 3 games, this is courtesy of John Ellis that I saw post this. The Panthers rank first in sack rate at 12.4%. They rank first in sacks per game at 4.3. And they've done that against a trio of division leaders who have a combined record of 30-7. That is some really good stuff. So today, Ivero talked about what has been the catalyst for this improvement on defense.
Well, I would say the number one catalyst is just the players' belief in the coaches, the system, and their commitment to getting better each week. And obviously, we know we had a lot of hard moments early in the year, but one thing that was never questioned and one thing that hasn't wavered is the players' commitment to getting better. And just a real credit to the substance of the human beings that we have in that room. And so it's been cool to see. And we've gotten some stability in some positions. We've gotten some guys back, and obviously, as coaches, we always have to continue to adapt based on what you're seeing and all that stuff. So, but I think it's a great effort by really a lot of people collectively, but especially the players.
I said it backward, Ivero. I said it, I forget, but I'm sorry if I said it backward. Ivero. Comments there on his defense getting better. And, honestly, I do think it's getting some guys like Owonom back. Excuse me, that have been out. Some other things with guys getting the repetitions and maybe him learning some things. But, bottom line for me, I'm happy. I'm happy the defense is getting better. I'm happy that we're playing competitive. Certainly, I can't wait to get back into that win column. Can't wait to get back into that win column. It'd be really good to do that this weekend against Dallas. I think if we lose against Dallas, I think that'll probably be the most frustrated that we've all been during this losing streak, right? Because it's like we played so well against the Chiefs, we played so well against the Bucks, and then the Eagles, and then we go to the Cowboys, which we're favored against, which could be like a curse. And he got all the Dallas Cowboy fans that I'm sure are going to invade Bank of America Stadium. And then if we lose, they'd be like, oh, my goodness, why? I'm not putting that out there. Let's go to the other side of the ball with Brad Isaac, our offensive coordinator. We've had some guys, particularly Xavier Legette. He's a rookie, but I told you, my grace with him has now shrunk because, I feel like it's just not beating a dead horse, but just worthy criticism of the guy. What his performance was. He needs to tighten up those drop balls. He needs to protect himself when he's going over the middle. So Isaac talked about how he works with players, or his philosophy on dealing with players who are struggling with some drops.
Well, coming from a coaching perspective, always look at a player's confidence and where they are, what we're trying to do, the technique involved. You never want things to billow up to where players are thinking while they're playing. Coach Carroll in Seattle would always talk about players' mind and players playing free. And just like imagine being out in the schoolyard and you tell your friend like, hey, I'm gonna run this route right here. You draw it up on the football and you're playing free and you're playing loose. You want a receiver to play that way all the time. Play with speed, play with confidence, go attack everything. So the first thing that you do as a coach is you say, okay, we want to make sure we're not overloading anyone with formations or motions, or you find that sweet spot of attacking the defense, right, and getting your guys free, but also letting them play with players' mind. So that's how I always approach it. And then you just make sure that those guys, are confident going to the next snap. We all have opportunities, that fall through for us, and we just have to be able to turn the page. So the beautiful thing that you watch at this team right now is how they put their arm around each other. You got guys like Chuba, he fumbles the ball a couple weeks ago. The guys put their arm around him, right? Xavier, like he had a missed op right there and put their arm. We've all had those opportunities, just barely missed, but it's just, can we put our arm around each other and help each other grow from those? I think I really applaud the maturity of our offense and really supporting the guys around them. Just knowing those plays are going to come to life as long as you continue to spur that confidence in all the guys we got in the room.
teamwork makes the dream work no matter what you're doing, is basically what he said, right? Continue to support each other, continue to bring each other up, continue to raise your brother up, and things should get better for everybody. So that's his philosophy on dealing with drops. What's up, T Green? Appreciate you saying hello and being a member. Let me give you your proper member intro. And yeah, it'd be good for the Panther fans to seal the bank, to protect the bank and all that stuff, but I'm sure that's a foregone conclusion. Those tickets have long been sold, and I'll be there to report it live. I'll be back tomorrow as well, giving you your final injury report as the Carolina Panthers prepare for the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the continued support for the GoFundMe. We're like now down to, I think, about $400 to meeting that goal. So if you're able to, great. Thank you so much. Chris Jenkins reporting live for Charlotte Vibe.